Welcome to Sundays with Amber. Today for practice, you'll need 2 blocks or something that resembles blocks like books and 1 blanket. The reading is from Pema Chodron on equanimity. So take a comfortable seat or lie down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. To cultivate equanimity, we practice catching ourselves when we feel attraction or aversion, before it hardens into grasping or negativity. We train in staying with the soft spot and use our biases as stepping stones for connecting with the confusion of others. Strong emotions are useful in this regard. Whatever arises, no matter how bad it feels, can be used to extend our kinship to others who suffer the same kind of aggression or craving, who, like us, get hooked by hope and fear. This is how we come to appreciate that everyone's in the same boat. We all desperately need more insight into what leads to happiness and what leads to pain. It is easy to continue, even after years of practice, to harden to a position of anger and indignation. However, if we can contact the vulnerability and rawness of resentment or rage or whatever it is, a bigger perspective can emerge. In the moment that we choose to abide with the energy instead of acting it out and repressing it, we are training in equanimity, in thinking bigger than right or wrong. This is how all 4 limitless qualities, love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, evolve from limited to limitless. We practice catching our mind hardening into fixed views and do our best to soften. Through softening, the barriers come down. So today, as we practice, can we embrace the intention of moving into something bigger than right or wrong? In the terms of our physical posture, whatever posture we're taking. Yes, we set ourselves up for strong integrity in the form to make sure that we're safe. And then once we do that, can we move into something bigger, our breath, our intention, a feeling of being connected to everyone around us in the world at this moment. Okay, grab your 2 blocks, or if you have 2 pillows, you can use pillows here, or a blanket even, fold it up. With the blocks and if you have different size pillows, you can choose your size too. With the blocks, you can put them either on the lowest level in one straight line like this, or you can pop them up to the 2nd level, and you can always change your mind. If it doesn't feel like the right position, you can come up and switch. You can push them to the side too at any point. With the blocks or the pillows more in a straight line like that, you'll sit maybe about 2 to 3 fist distance away from the blocks. That all depends on how tall you are and how long your torso is. Determine that even as you come down, placing the back of your heart on the first block. So if you didn't do that when you came down, you might have to come up and then move forward or back and then come back down. And the back of your head is on the 2nd block. If you feel your neck is strained, if it feels like it's too low, you can put that block up higher, which is kind of nice sometimes to do that. It takes the pressure off of the neck a little bit. Otherwise, you can keep the block down lower. Place your arms in a gold pose or arms straight position, someplace in between, like a hybrid. The elbows are still bent a little bit, so the forearms can land on the floor, palms up. Place your feet on the floor, walk them a little wider, and then knock your knees together. You see my bottom is on the floor, so if you're having a tendency to lift that up because it feels too deep of a back bend, then maybe your blocks are too high, come up and put them lower. Okay. And then relax your jaw. Try not to clench your teeth together. Lips are soft but touching. And your eyes can be closed or lightly open, just gazing at one point, trying not to look around. And bring a direct awareness to the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. On the inhales, expand your chest cavity three-dimensionally. So the chest to the sky, the side ribs out toward the sides of the mat, and even your upper back toward the block it's resting on. And when you exhale, feel that all retract. Use the block as a point of context. On your inhale, expand toward the block as much as you expand your chest toward the sky. When you exhale, feel that all soften. Maybe the chest opens a little bit more, the shoulders relax a little bit more. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. And today in our physical practice, may we bring in the concept, the reminder, the intention of bringing in something bigger than what's right or wrong in the pose in terms of alignment. Yeah, we get ourselves into the posture, but then once we're there, bringing in something bigger than even what we like and what we don't like about the posture. Right, to come out of this, you'll carefully roll to one side and then use your hand, go really slow. Use your hand, come all the way up, put your blocks to the side, and swing your legs around and come right onto your hands and knees, table pose. Spreading your fingers. Inhale, lift your left hand to the sky. And when you exhale, weave it under, and this is where you could rest your head on a blanket or your pillow or your block. That was my back cracking. Press your right hand down. Breathe into your back and into your chest and into your side ribs, just like you did when you were on the blocks. Inhale, expand. Exhale, retract. Right. Press the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left hand to the sky, reach up. Exhale, place that hand down. Let's switch sides. Okay. Inhale, sweep your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, weave it under. This side might call for a different prop. That's okay. You might call for the same prop. Okay. Press your left hand down and then do the work to bring your awareness to your breath. So yeah, you're aware of your physical body, the shape of the posture, and then go one step deeper and observe your breath, expanding and retracting in your chest cavity. Okay, press the left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right hand to the sky. Exhale, place that hand down. Move your blanket to the side. And then inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, round your back through cat to child's pose. And take a round of breath there. Inhale, stand up on your knees. Reach your hands all the way to the sky. Reach up. One cactus arms. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Slide your hands to your heart as you exhale. You can turn to the side of your mat. You can stay where you are. You can see me. A deep breath in. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Shift your weight to your right knee and step your left foot out. And as you exhale, sweep your left hand onto your left leg and then do like a side stretch here. So really deep from the right knee all the way up the outer leg line, the rib cage, through the fingertips. Firm your legs, especially that straight leg. And then hug your right hip in a bit. Take a breath. One more inhale. And when you exhale, windmill the arms so now the right hand is down and the left hand is reaching toward that wall. A long line now from the left foot to the left fingertips. Take a breath. Keep your legs like this. Walk your hands forward and start to fold over the legs. My arms are straight, palms are flat. Hug the right hip in, deepening the stretch in the inner thigh of your left leg. Take a breath. Walk the hands back. Table pose, step the left knee in and then come up to standing again on your knees. So let's do the other side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, shift to your left knee, step the right foot out and then lean over, side stretch. All the way from the outer left knee, reach through your fingertips, but then reach all the way back towards your left knee. So do both. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the arms so your left hand is down, your right hand is up now and sweeping toward that wall. You can imagine kind of arcing your body up as you firm your right leg. Take a breath. And then start to walk the hands forward, kind of through center as if you're doing down dog in your upper body. Stretch into the inner thigh of your right leg, firm that leg. Really nice. Walk back to table, step the knee in. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Place your hands to your heart as you exhale, and come back to table pose. Right, hands are about outer shoulder distance apart. Spread your fingers and plug the root knuckle of your index finger down. Reach your chest forward on the inhale. Curl your toes under. Shift your hips very slowly back and up, downward facing dog pose. And in this down dog, grab the sides of your mat. So you want to hold on, or if you have a blanket you're practicing on, grab the sides of the blanket. Okay. Bend your knees, and then tug the mat forward and start to extend your spine all the way up towards your sit bones. As you tug the mat forward, wrap your outer upper arms so that your upper back, instead of squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other, they start to widen. And then extending the legs, maintaining that. Take a breath. Firm your legs, drawing the upper thigh bones back. One more breath. Bring your hands back to flat, and then walk your hands toward the back of your mat. So give your arms a break. Now grab your elbows, let your head hang. Nod your head, yeah. Shake your head, no. Long, smooth breaths. Slide your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift halfway, flatten your back like a tabletop. Really light touch on your shins. Exhale, fold. Firm your legs and squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, reach up, extend to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Give it a tug up, and as you exhale, lean to the right, jet your hips to the left. Inhale, reach up, grab your right wrist. And as you exhale, lean to the left, hips to the right. Okay. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips, folding all the way forward. Squeeze the inner thighs together like you have a block between there. Inhale, lift halfway, keep squeezing the inner thighs. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, reach up, grab your right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left, hips to the right. Inhale, reach up, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, grab the left wrist, lean the other way. And then inhale, reach up, separate the hands, cactus your arms. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Hands to your heart when you exhale. Okay, grab your two blocks. And put one block at the top of the mat, one side of whatever you're practicing on, the other block to the other side. Step your feet out wide. Measure it with your arms so that when you bend your wrist, your ankles are under your fingers or close to. Hands at your hips. Kind of hinge the hips and lean over a little bit so that you can turn your left toes and your left heel back a bit, which helps to turn that left hip forward. Okay, and then turn your right toes out, just like that. Firm your legs. Take your arms out to a T. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, sit into the square of that knee. You might notice you need to extend the stance if your knee goes beyond your ankle. So you want to wiggle the foot forward and bend the knee so that it stays stacked. Okay, it's better for the knee. Track the knee towards your 3 center toes, but keep firming that leg. Lift your chest and hold. Breathe. Steady your gaze. Very slowly, inhale, straighten the right leg. Keep your legs straight. Hinge at that right hip, reach forward. You might have to bend the knee to grab the block and then put it on the outside of the leg on any level. Triangle pose. Firm your legs are straight. Turn your heart to the sky and look up, if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, you can look at the sidewall or look down for balance. Hey, and as you firm this back leg, keeping those toes turned in, allowing the hip to turn forward, allowing yourself to become more aware of how you're standing on your feet. And through the whole practice, observing, as we move through different postures, the reactions we might have toward the things that we have aversions to, and then the things that we like. Without grasping, we're just becoming aware of those elements. Look down, inhale, come up. You can leave the block there. And let's do the other side. So turn your right toes in, turn the heel back. Turn your left toes out. Okay, remember, you're turning the right toes in now so the hip moves forward. Arms out to a T, take a breath. Warrior 2 on the exhale, bend the knee toward the 3 center toes. Okay, firm the back leg, lift your chest, steady your gaze, and breathe. And then very slowly inhale, straighten the left leg. Hinge at that hip with the leg straight, reach out. You might have to bend the knee to grab the block. That's perfectly okay. Then once you get it, straighten the leg more. You can take blocks up higher too so that you can really get access to straightening the leg. Reach the right hand up as you firm the legs. Okay, continue to allow the right toes to turn in so that that right hip turns forward a bit. Firm your legs and then turn your chest to the sky, maybe your gaze. One more breath. Does this side feel different than the other side? Becoming aware of that. Where do you primarily feel this pose? Physically? How's your breath doing? Look down on the inhale. You can bend the knee, leave the block there. Come on up, turn those toes forward, and then heel toe the feet in. Heel toe the feet in to about inner hip distance apart for most of us. Grab one of your blocks and put it either the skinny way or you can do the wider way. I'll do the wider way, so that's more like outer hip distance apart. Really get a hold of the block so you're squeezing it so you can feel your inner thighs engage. Bend your knees, inhale chair pose like that, squeezing the block. Okay, as you lift your heart, do this from the side too, kind of drawing the sit bones back. Okay, squeeze the block and hold, looking toward the horizon. If it's okay for your neck, hold for 5, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing, sweep your arms towards your sides and just observe. Move the block out of the way. Grab your blanket And open the blanket up so it's on your mat. I mean, I think we all have a blanket we can use. Right, so you're opening it up, especially if you're practicing at home. You probably have a couple blankets, so use them if you want to. I like to fold the sides for this, so you have extra padding. And then you'll use your blocks or your pillows out in front. Have your hands on those props, and then draw your knees on the blanket, kind of a frog position. My knee is coming straight out from my hip, so I'm not leaning back and I'm not leaning way forward, right? There's a 90-degree angle from my hip bone to my knee to my ankle, flexing my feet, right? Take a breath here, and there's the option to come down onto your forearms any level. Try to engage the navel up toward your spine so you're not just dropping the belly way down. Allow the focus to be the inner thighs here. Relax your jaw, notice if you're clenching. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. We'll do 3 more rounds with the count. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 6. And then very slowly push the elbows down and carefully walk the knees in. Walk these in. Keep the blanket there for right now, and if you need extra padding for your knees, you can flip over the blanket more. Put the block between your inner thighs, either the wide setting or the skinny setting. Put it there. Curl your toes under, squeeze the block, so engaging the inner thighs again. Place your hands at your lower back and kind of guide the skin of the upper glute or the lower back down as you tone your belly. Not that you want to lose your lumbar curve, your lower back curve, but try not to excessively curve there. Squeeze the block, and then use those actions to rise your heart up. Not just the front of your heart, but the back of your heart, lifting off of your lower back. Squeeze the elbows together. Let that to almost like ripple up into this lift of your gaze. As you squeeze the block, start to lean back. The pelvis will move forward a little bit. Breathe into your chest, inhale. Squeeze the block and rise up, exhale. Squeeze the block, inhale. And exhale, come out of this. Move the block, and you can put the block between your ankles and sit there. 2 blocks, or if this isn't good for your knees, you can stretch your legs out long. Just for a moment, surrender to being a little bit more still. Observe the quality of your breath. All right. Come up for a moment, move the block out of the way. You can leave your blanket here and just stretch it out on your mat if you haven't done that yet. 2 options depending on your knees. First option, knees together, lift your right knee up, crisscross it behind your left one, open your feet and start to sit back. You can see my left knee is lifted now. Sit back, and you can sit on a block here if this is like, you're feeling it a lot. And if you feel it in your knees as you start to move back, the second option is to do the same posture on your back. So you would just lie right down onto your back, cross your left knee on top, bring the knees in. So it's the same pose, it's just not maybe putting as much pressure on the knees. So either or, make your choice. Okay, and if you're on your back, you'll stay there. Okay, and if you're on your seat, Start to walking the hands forward, keeping the chest extending. Wherever you are, try to relax your jaw. I think the tendency in some of these inner thigh, outer thigh exercises that we clench our jaw and make faces. So try to soften your expression as if you're just expressionless right now. Take one more breath. Walk your hands back. Stretch your legs out. If you're on your back, stay there, just unwind. You can reach your feet to the sky if you unwind and kind of do the same thing and shake it out. And then you'll switch. So now the right knee will be on top if you're on your back. And if you're on your front and you stretched out, come back onto your hands and knees. Lift your left knee, crisscross it behind, separate the feet, and then start to walk back here. Okay, so now the right knee is on top. And you might need a prop on this side. You can, even if it's as little as a small pillow you have, you might need that too. Okay. If you're sitting, walking forward is an option. Relax your jaw and breathe. In these type of postures, it's easier to come into contact with our reaction to, aversions of this posture or the things we like about it. And start to move into something bigger than that. Like that's there, but what else is there? Walk your hands back. If you're on your seat or on your back, you can stretch your legs up. Kind of bounce or shake the legs. Come forward, flex your feet. Inhale, rise your hands to the sky. If you're on your back, come up to seat. So your biceps are in line with your ears. You're trying to sit up as tall as you can, which is hard, but a good practice, right? Just to try this. Reach up, flex the feet, press your feet forward. Inhale, only halfway hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, only halfway, fold. Try to keep a flatter back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold 3/4 of the way. Inhale, half up, all the way up. Exhale, fold and hold it. 3/4, press the feet forward, take a breath. Goal post your arms, reach your heart forward. Did that change how you're experiencing this posture? Sweep your arms back, reach your heart forward. Did that change anything? Press the feet forward. Firm your legs. Inhale, come up. And as you exhale, bend your knees, slide forward. Grab under your hamstrings and just roll all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a deep breath. Arms in a goal post. Drop your knees to the right. Breathing slowly. Lift the knees up and drop your knees to the left. Breathing slowly. Lift your knees up. Grab the knees and just kind of draw them toward your armpits. And then moving into Shavasana for about 5 minutes if you have that time. Allowing yourself to relax, and soften the muscles of your face and to be still. Bringing awareness to your belly button, the inside of your belly button, without controlling your breath, watching the rise and fall of your navel. And continuing to practice that on your own. I want to thank you for practicing with me today, and I'll see you next week on Sundays with Amber.